So the Supergirl trailer, official trailer, just came out. I'm gonna go ahead and do a reaction for it. I'm actually trying to keep up with doing reactions for all the DC universe stuff, along with the current Marvel stuff as well. But so this is gonna be technically the second movie in the DC universe, the DCU with James Gunn, and it's based off the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic book, which is an 8-issue comic that came out around 2015, made by written by Tom King. It's actually a pretty good comic book. It's only 8 issues, and it's just that short story for Supergirl. So I mean, and my advice, honestly, before even going into the movie, that if you are a reader, go ahead, you might as well just read it. It's a really short story. It's only 8 issues, shorter than a book, but the story is pretty cool. And for what the movie may be, I'm not sure exactly. I mean, from the trailer, it looks pretty much ripped from the comics, kind of. But one of the differences is that Lobo is in the movie, and Lobo isn't even in the comic book at all. So I can't imagine his role exactly, but going forward in the trailer. But we'll check it out, and I'll give more thoughts right after it. So let me find this trailer. All right, about to play it. 3, 2, 1. Click.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. You know, I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here.
Of course, they'll open it up with Superman voice talking.
I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people.
Krypto is a little dirty dog. Shot off that little floating piece of Krypton that survived.
Krypto and I at least had each other. Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out. What can I do?
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person.
Rosie? I think that's the name of the comic.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. Who murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
Stop. You're hurting my head.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. A lot of pain.
See this Krem, he kind of like, at first I didn't like the look of him, but I think this look of Krem was pretty decent. I mean, now that we got to see him actually have some type of hair on his head.
You, buddy.
Looks pretty decent.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
June 26th. That trailer, it is definitely better than the first one. But tell him buy it, especially seeing Lobo and what he said. First of all, this will probably be my last time comparing this movie to Guardians of the Galaxy, because I understand it's a comic book movie, just like the Marvel Universe movies, of course, and then it's space-based, just like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are space-based. So, of course, there's going to be some similarities on that theme, but then the only coincidence is James Gunn is helming this universe like he helmed the 3 movies over at Marvel. I mean, in my opinion, it's cool. Might as well get over it. I mean, it's no big deal in reality. This is what we want to see in these movies. Is this like crazy fusion of weird shit and all that? But and also another comparison. When the line Lobo says, "Stop! You're hurting my head" or something. That sounded like something Drax would say. Okay, that's it. But other than that, the movie is, I mean, it looks pretty dope, and I like the way it's being made. And honestly, it's like James Gunn is trying to purposely form this universe to a way where, if one day in the future, potentially, like in the comics, they will do a Marvel DC crossover event. I'm pretty sure, especially since the movies are kind of similar in tone a little bit. Now, with Zack Snyder's Justice League, I mean, with his vision, if it were to be a crossover in the future, you wouldn't have really seen that. I mean, they could have tried, but his universe is so dark that if you would bring the Marvel heroes to that universe, they'll automatically become a variant of themselves. They won't be that same person from that universe. They'll just match the tone of this universe. So it is weird, but it seems like that's what they're purposely trying to lay out, like a potential crossover in the future with these two major names, DC and Marvel. But yeah, and other than that, I'm actually excited to see this movie. I hope it's really good. I mean, I got a feeling it might not make as much money as Superman, but if it does, that'd be nice, and then we get a sequel, even though there's no sequel to Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow in the comics. And honestly, there's not that many other popular Supergirl stories, technically. It's other than this story, there's other stories of when she was sent to the future, and then she became part of the Legion of Heroes. And then that's it. That's the only interesting thing after that. And that's like that. And that, to me, is severely like Guardians of the Galaxy, like, and that's even in the comic books, but that's just her story that was written a long time ago. She's usually, her stories are her in the future working with the Legion of the Heroes. So, but this simple one story is gonna introduce Supergirl to a mass amount of people. Like, there's still people who just know Supergirl, but they don't know they don't know her side of the story of how does she survive her side of Krypton or whatever. So we're about to actually get that for the first time in the movies. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I can say about it, because it's definitely a disconnected story in my opinion. Like, I can't imagine how this story will have anything to do with anything further in the future of DC, like as if like the claims like with the Lanterns TV show, like that is apparently supposed to have some kind of inklings of what's to come in the future of the DC movies and the big bad and all that. Kind of like the end of Peacemaker and what happened, where he got sent to at the end of his show. So it's like I can't imagine what's going to be the connection in this movie other than krypto. But we'll see. But other than that, just the Woman of Tomorrow story is pretty simple. It's going to introduce people to Supergirl and who she is and what she truly fights for. And I think that's pretty dope. And I hope they get to a Batman movie soon, because I mean, it seems like James Gunn, what he's doing also is starting this universe off with nothing but pure Superman stories or related, like Superman, Supergirl, Man of Tomorrow. I mean, what's going to be next? Superboy? Or what the hell? I don't know. It's kind of crazy that we haven't gotten Batman yet. I think wholeheartedly we need Batman before 2030, and if we don't get a Batman in this universe, it's gonna be tricky in my opinion. I can't, like, how do you go forward with that? But those are my quick thoughts. I am excited for this movie and the future of the DC universe. Hope you guys are. If you got any comments, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't, subscribe if you want to see more of my thoughts. I do plan on making more videos like I always claim. I just need to be more consistent. So, but thank you whoever watched this video, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.